Okay, welcome to another speaking practice by Johnny IELTS and I'm Johnny. Chào mừng các bạn một video khác và đây là speaking practice, luyện tập speaking cho IELTS nha mọi người. Okay, lớp mình có 2 bạn. Now we have 2 persons in the class, Mr. Bud and Mr. Lin again, and they are working on some speaking topic here. Right. Okay, let's start by where's my chat function? Okay, here's a chat function. Okay. Right, so Mr. Butt, please, would you like to start first?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so which part of your, let's talk about country, your country. Which part of your country do you want to live in?
I personally want to live in the south of Vietnam. It's Saigon, and that's where I live now because of the nice weather and I really enjoy to live in the big city like Saigon.
Right, you really enjoy living in a big city like Saigon. Okay, Mr. Lin, how about you? Which part of your country do you want to live in?
Well, I'm currently living in Saigon. Thankfully, it's actually a favorite place to live in my country. Despite doesn't have as many seasons compared to the north, I find it's still a very good place to live.
It's still a very good place to live. Okay, let me check this one again. Okay, should be okay. Right, can you say that again? Which part of your country do you want to live in, Mr. Lin?
Mình.
Right. Okay. Let's try that question again.
First,
yes, please.
Currently, I am living in Saigon, which is located in the south of my country. Despite doesn't have as many seasons compared to the north, I find it's still a very good place to live in.
It's still a good place to live despite it has some drawbacks, right? Okay, so Mr. Lin, what makes you feel proud of your country? What makes you feel proud of your country?
One of the reason, I personally very proud of my countries when it comes to like how peaceful it is and how the speed that it is developed. So that's a couple of reasons that I feel very proud about my country.
That you are quite proud of your country. I see. It's peaceful, the peace and quiet of your country. Well, we are no longer quiet, you know. So many cars, so many motorbikes. Okay, we have peace, yes, but not quiet for sure, yeah. What do you think, Mr. Butt? What makes you feel proud of Vietnam?
Well, I'm really proud about a significant natural landscape of Vietnam and unique culture. But all the races from Vietnam.
Unique culture and all the races of Vietnam. Okay, so Vietnam, how many races are there? Different minority groups in Vietnam? Minority group.
Based on my knowledge, the minority group the 54 races in Vietnam.
There are 54 different races in Vietnam, I see. Okay, so we have a variety, we have diversity in our country, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, that's true.
Yes.
Is there anything else?
Yes,
how
right.
about how can I say, the culture? Let's say the cuisine. Are you proud of the cuisine in Vietnam? The cuisine.
Yes, of course. Vietnam is very famous about cuisine for the foreigner.
Famous for.
Especially you come to Saigon.
Vietnam is very
famous for.
Can you say again? Vietnam is very famous for.
Famous for. Vietnam is very famous for cuisine and our traditional cuisine in a restaurant or even in the street vendor.
Okay, right. So, Mr. Lin, please, do you know the history of your country well?
Well, I would say that I'm very well informed when I just come to my country history, because this is one of the compulsory subject when you go to school. So that's why I'm very school.
When you
So that's why
go to school.
So that's why I believe that I have a deep knowledge when it comes to my country history.
Okay, so you believe that you have a deep knowledge when it comes to your country's history.
Yes.
Okay, now, how about you, Mr. Butt? Do you know the history of your country well, and why?
Well, actually, I do not about history of my country, because of the fact that I love history subject, and due to the reasons that I have to learn the history about my country, because I am a tour.
Because you are a tour guide, so you have to learn about your country's history. Of course, in order to land a job as a tour guide.
Job first.
Alright, in order to land a job as a tour guide, you need knowledge about history. Okay, so will you stay in Vietnam in the future, Mr. Buck?
Yeah. Actually, it's my hometown, so I really love to stay in Vietnam, because I have families and I have friends. So I don't have any reason to live abroad.
You don't have any reason to live abroad. Oh, I see. How about you, Mr. Lin? Will you stay in Vietnam in the future? This is part 1.
Well, Vietnam is a very nice country to live. I personally prefer to live abroad, because it's a very opportunity
to live abroad. To live abroad. 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 To live abroad, or to live overseas. You can say to live overseas or to live abroad. Okay.
To live abroad, because it gives me an opportunity to see the world and learn other countries.
And learn other customs. Tập tục tập quán. Learn other customs and cultures, right? Alright, good. Let's go to part 2, shall we?
Yes.
Okay. Part 2 nè mọi người. Bữa hôm qua mình làm đến 32 xong rồi. We are done with 32 already. So let's go to 33. Topic number 33 for part 2 is describe something you bought recently that made you happy. Miêu tả một cái gì đó mà bạn vừa mới mua gần đây, nó làm cho bạn hạnh phúc, vui vẻ. You should say what it is, why you bought it. Tại sao bạn lại mua nó, quá khứ nha. Look at this past tense, okay? You must use past tense in here. How you choose it. Cái chỗ này đúng ra phải là how you chose it mới đúng. It should have been like how you chose it, and explain why it made you happy. Tại sao cái đồ làm cho mình hạnh phúc. Alright, I'll give you 1.5 minutes to think. Okay, I think it's time now. Please, Mr. Lin, you first. Describe something that you bought recently that made you happy. Your 2 minutes start now, please.
Recently, I have managed to got a new phone. Of course, because this is a device. I didn't obtain it with my own money, but I managed to persuade my own money.
My own money.
My own money.
Own.
So I have
My
to
own. My own money. Continue, please. Continue, please.
my own. So I have to
yes.
persuade my. So I have to persuade my parents to obtain it for me because it's a very rich market. So it's quite tough to choose a device that's suitable for me, and there's a variety of choice. But in the end, I managed to choose one.
You managed
And
to choose
the
one.
reason,
You managed
yes,
to choose one.
the reason choose.
You managed
I managed to choose
one.
one.
Okay.
I managed to choose one, and it's make me really happy because a more modern phone will drastically enhance my working my speed when it's come to working, and because it's a device very close to our daily life, so I can flex it to my friend. So that's why it's make me very happy when I manage to have it.
I managed to have it. Cẩn thận mấy cái quá khứ. Just be careful with the verbs. It should be in past tense. Okay, Mr. Butt, please. Describe something that you bought recently that made you happy. Your 2 minutes start now, please.
Alright, so I decided to buy a laptop in my last birthday in July. It was 4 months ago, and at that time I made a decision to study abroad and start.
And I started.
Yes,
I made a decision and started.
I made a decision and started
to quá khứ.
Make a decision to start with some my own business. So this required it required a new laptop. And I'm not a big fan of writing, so I don't know much about gender of laptops. So I asked my friends to get his advice about which one
to get his advice.
To get his advice, which was the appropriate product for me. And so when I come to the store, and the reason why it made me happy, so because it's my birthday, so they decided to give me a discount up to 15%, and I'm really happy, enjoy with that computer with a appropriate price.
Okay, I think it's good enough. Yeah, I think it's good enough. Just be careful with the verbs, okay? Cẩn thận mấy cái verb. Alright, so let's move on to 34 because we do not have part 3 for these topics yet. Mình xử hết mấy cái topic mà không có part 3 đã. Let's just finish all the topics that does not have a part 3. Or we can just do a few more of them and then move on to the one that has part 3. I think it's better. Okay, let's do 34. Describe a magazine that you like miêu tả một cái tạp chí mà bạn thích. You should say what a magazine is, when you started reading this magazine. Khi nào bạn bắt đầu đọc cái tạp chí này. What the content is, cái thành phần, cái nội dung như thế nào. And explain why you like this magazine. Và giải thích tại sao bạn lại thích cái tạp chí thế này. Alright, anything you don't understand about this topic? I think it's easy, right? Alright, let's think about it. 1 minute, 1 phút. Okay, let's try this one. Describe a magazine that you like. Mr. Butt, please, you first. Your 2 minutes, please.
Alright, to be honest, I don't read the magazine too much, but but personally, I start
magazines too much. I don't read magazines too much.
To be honest, I don't read magazines too much, but personally, I started to read one of them. Is about 6 months ago. It's named Forbes magazine, very famous one in the world. And actually, 6 months ago, when I came to Hanoi for a business trip, and I saw that magazine on the train of the seat of on the train of the seat, and I started to then I started to read it, and I realized that the content is very unique, because it contains information or stories or events about men businessmen in Vietnam and over the world. So I really enjoy to read their stories, the hidden stories behind their success of a outstanding individual. So yeah, so maybe I want to be one of them. So I really enjoy about the content as well.
Oh, I see. Well, that's actually a good answer. Okay, Mr. Lin, please, your turn. Your 2 minutes start now.
Personally, I prefer to reading on my mobile device more, but one of magazine that I actually recently picked up and really enjoy it is National Geography. National Geography magazine. I have read it recently, like a couple of weeks, but
A couple of weeks.
But as I can say, I definitely enjoy it a lot. Most of it is discussed about the journey of all the scientists and what they have done to achieve their goal in discovering the secrets around the world.
Wait. The what?
The secret, no.
The secret, no?
Secret đúng không ta?
Được, right. The secret tính như là danh từ. You can put it as like a secret, a noun, you know. Secrets with as plural form. Like secrets of the world.
The secrets of the world. I really enjoy this for a couple of reasons. Firstly, it's very informative, which give me a deep understanding of the world and basically help me explain some of the phenomena that we see around in daily
Explain some
life.
of the phenomenon. Phenomena nha, số nhiều. Plural form. Phenomena is a plural form of phenomenon. Yeah. Explain some of the phenomena in the world. Yeah.
Phenomena around us daily. That's why I really enjoy reading it.
Okay, very good. Rất tốt. Let's move on and see. So you can see that bốn cái máy nó có cái part 3 đây. Which one has part 3? Let me see. 47, 47. So 35 and 6, 37, 28, 29. Okay. Let's do 47, 47. Let's do 47 now. Describe ở trang bao nhiêu? Trang 29 trên 36 á. Page 26 out of 36. Topic number 47. Describe a computer or phone game you enjoy playing since your childhood. Miêu tả một cái trò chơi trên máy vi tính hoặc là trò chơi trên điện thoại mà bạn thích chơi từ khi bạn còn là đứa bé. Since your childhood, từ cái tuổi ấu thơ mấy bạn. You should say what it is, what is it like, how you play it, and why you enjoy playing it. And you also have part 3 here. Look at this one. Number 1. Why do more and more young people like playing electronic games? Tại sao ngày càng nhiều người trẻ thích chơi những trò chơi điện tử? Electronic games. Like video game, electronic games, you know, same thing. Number 2. What will happen if teenagers spend too much time playing computer games and why? Điều gì sẽ diễn ra nếu mà những bạn tuổi teen, những bạn tuổi teen chơi quá nhiều, dùng quá nhiều thời gian để chơi trò chơi điện tử? Tại sao? Number 3. Should parents and teachers prevent children from playing games and why? And why not? Liệu các bậc cha mẹ và phụ huynh có nên phòng tránh trẻ nhỏ chơi game hay không? Tại sao? Number 4. What are the benefits of playing electronic games? Nó nói về lợi ích nè. So, cái lợi ích của chuyện chơi những game vi tính, game điện tử là gì? So basically you need information about these fields to learn about like gaming. Of course it helps, right? You all know that it helps, right? Of course it helps. I have been playing video games for my whole life. So and I am here and teaching IELTS and I can teach other subjects as well. So obviously game's good. Of course I agree to gaming. Of course. Đương nhiên đương đời tôi chơi game, đương nhiên tôi phải ủng hộ, right? Of course I'm here and teaching IELTS, you know. And other subjects too. Anyway, you have 2 minutes to think about this topic. 2 minutes start. Okay, let's try it after 2 minutes. Right, Mr. Lindley, you first. Please describe a computer or phone game that you enjoy playing since your childhood, please. Your 2 minutes start now.
So one of the games that I really enjoyed when I was young is Call of Duty. So it's a first-person shooter. Of course, my parents don't allow it, which, in my opinion, is quite sad. But I can understand the reason behind that. Well, it's quite easy to play. Very simple. It's a variety of modes and objective.
A variety of modes. It has a variety of modes. Yeah.
Has a variety of modes and objectives. But
Objectives and
still,
objectives. Objectives. Yeah.
Objectives. But it's still
objectives.
Objectives. But it's still simple enough for my old self to play it. Well, there are many reasons, but the main reason that I very enjoy playing it is because it's very fast-paced.
Tính từ adjective. Fast-paced adjective.
Fast-paced, which is
paced. Tại vì fast, cái pace này là danh từ, pace is a noun, so of course fast paced is an adjective. Okay, fast paced. Okay, continue please.
And which is quite exciting, especially for me when I was young. It is just a light of your move and make you feel better, and relax after a long day at work or in my occasion at school.
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 School. Oh, in school. After school. Okay. Anything else?
That's all I can.
Okay, that's good. Good. Very good. Very good. Mr. Butt, please, your turn. Describe a computer or phone game that you enjoy playing since your childhood, please.
Well, to be honest, when I was a child, I have
Child.
when I was a child, I don't have much choice.
I didn't have much choice.
I didn't have
Much
choice.
choice.
Right? I didn't have much choice. So I remember that when I just turned to 10, that's the
When I
that
just
was
turned 10
the
years old. When I just turned 10 years old. Không có turn 2 nha. No turn
when
2.
I
When I
when
just
I just
turned
turned
10
10 years old.
Yes.
The PlayStation 1, the first PlayStation just emerged, and I don't have enough money to buy that.
I didn't have enough money. I didn't have enough money to buy it.
Sorry, I didn't have enough money to buy that. So I have to go to my friend's home and ask for play together. And the first game that I tried at that time is called PES. PES is about a basketball pro evolution soccer, and I really enjoyed it because I absolutely a huge fan of football. So at that time, it's like a treasure for me. And
At that time, it's like a treasure for me, right?
yeah, it's like a treasure for me.
For me, yeah.
And that game was played on PlayStation 1, so I have to use a PS handle, like with a wire, and yeah, and the reason that I really enjoyed it because I don't have.
I didn't have.
Sorry, I didn't have a condition to buy.
Financial condition to purchase it.
To purchase that PS. So
PlayStation.
so I wish that I had that. So I wish had that PlayStation was my birthday gift, and I got it in the next birthday.
You bought it in the following birthday, right? Like in the following birthday.
Okay, in the following birthday.
Tại vì không có next được, next là so với thời điểm hiện nay. But nhưng mà em đang nói về quá khứ là phải là the following. It's like next is considered basically when you say now, then and you say next. But when you talk about the past, you have to say the following something. The following something. Okay. Now let's go to part 3, shall we, Mr. Lin, please? So why do more and more young people like playing electronic games? What do you think, Mr. Lin?
Well, personally, I believe reason why people enjoy playing electronic
games.
Electronic games. Electronic games you can connect to many people at the same time, which allow you to play games with your friend. Make the experience just playing alone in your room. So, and I guess that's the games is also it's have more. There's a variety of games play style that it could provide you, so you can choose what suitable.
So many different choices, right?
Yes,
so many different choices
that are suitable for you the most.
Ok, Okay, so that is the reason why it's like there's a lot of different kind of games these days compared to the past. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Right, so that could be one reason. So what do you think about this question, Mr. Butt? Why do more and more young people like playing electronic games?
Like the electronic games in the current time is the number of the electric games currently is vast and with a high quality and interesting content by that games.
Interesting
So
content.
content. So it appeals many young children.
It appeals
Many, many young people.
Appeal to. It appeals to.
It appeals to young people.
Young people.
It appeals to young people.
Yes.
And secondly, the young generation nowadays, some of them are introverts, so they just like to go to video games.
Right,
and
introverts.
and live in their real life.
You mean in their virtual life? Virtual life. In their virtual world. In their virtual world.
Yeah, in their virtual world. So that's might be the major reason that the increasing of young people who play electronic games.
Okay, so you have the same reasons. Basically, you said okay, there's an increase in the number of games available. So that's why more and more young people play video games or electronic games. But don't you think it's because of other reasons too? Like for example, they have a need to escape from reality, maybe. Nhu cầu nó trốn thoát khỏi thực tại. The need to escape from reality. The need to escape from reality. Sometimes reality could be painful, who knows? Đôi khi thực tại nó rất là đau đớn chẳng hạn. They want to escape from it, maybe. Okay, so let's move on to number 2. So, Mr. Butt, what will happen if teenagers spend too much time playing computer games, and why?
Well, in my perspective, if teenagers spend too much time to play computer games, it influence to their
influence không có giới từ. Affect với là influence không có giới từ. Remember, affect and influence has no preposition. It influence their something.
It influenced their educational career.
Okay.
And it might be a cause of some disease, such as obesity, in the young generations.
Mind you that obesity is actually not a disease, it's a condition. Nó không phải là bệnh tật nha, nó là một cái tình trạng, đúng không? It's a condition, okay? Okay, let's just say that it's a condition. Okay, fine. And what else?
Alright. And they might be stuck in the virtual world and stay away from the reality. So they could be they could isolate themselves from the society.
You mean like the Japanese like the Japanese TRAN, hikikomori, right?
Yeah, they isolate themselves from the society.
Anyway,
on the things. Yeah.
Right. So, Mr. Lin, please, should parents and teachers prevent children from playing games?
Well, personally, from my point of view,
yes.
I believe that both parents and teachers should not prevent children from playing video games. Well, the reason behind my opinion is that when you prevent something, the children would most likely want to know why, and they will try it out themselves, which defeat the whole purpose of it. I think that the better
Can you say again? Can you say again? So defeat the whole purpose of what? Okay, can you say that again, please? Can you say that again?
Quyển cậu rồi hả?
Yeah, please. So should parents and teachers prevent children from playing video games, please?
Đợi em nhớ em nói gì quên mất tiêu rồi.
Okay, just slowly you get it back. Okay.
From my point of view, that both parents and teachers should not prevent children from playing video games.
Okay.
Because people mindset is when you prevent something, they will probably will look for it and
You mean they will probably seek for it, look for it, and try it anyway, right?
Yes. So it will defeat the entire purpose of preventing them.
Okay, very good. To defeat the entire purpose of something. Nó đánh bại đi cái mục đích chính, một cái mục đích hoàn toàn của cái chuyện mà gì đó. To defeat the entire purpose of something. Very good.
Of playing video games. So I think that a better method should be that they teach the children how to manage their
tattoo. Teach your children
teach children to have a better skill of manage time, so that they will play
management. The better skill of time management.
Time management, so that it would not affect them in a negative ways.
Exactly. So, Mr. Buckley, what are the benefits of playing electronic games, and why?
Well, to be honest, if we play electronic games,
electronic
games, it could have the players to get relaxation and stay away from the depressions, from wars, or some other problems in the society. Secondly, playing some electronic games could have the players increase the logic,
thinking skill.
The logical skills.
You mean logical thinking skill?
Logical thinking. Yeah, logical thinking skills.
Okay.
And there are some instances that the children who really enjoy playing electronic games could be a professional, because in the current time, playing games is considered as a official profession as well.
Yes, it is considered as an official profession. Yes, chơi game được coi nghề nghiệp chính thức luôn đó, có tiền lương đàng hoàng luôn, with a salary, with everything, you know.
Playing games as a professional is a increasing trend in over the world, especially for the young generations. So they can earn some living wage, even much more money for playing electronic games.
Wow, that's a very informative answer. Một câu trả lời rất là nhiều thông tin. Very good, very informative answer. So, okay, I think it's enough. Let's move on to 48 now. 48 mọi người. 48. Describe a time when it's important to tell your friend the truth. I think we did this one before, right? Did we?
Yes. Yes, we
Okay,
did.
we did
Yeah,
this one
we did.
before. 49. Describe an art exhibition. We did this one
Yes.
also. Okay. How about 50? Describe a singer that you like. I think we did already.
Not yet.
Yes,
Not
we
yet,
did.
right? 50. Okay.
Oh,
Wait. Describe a singer that you like.
mình làm chưa ta?
Maybe let's just try it. Let's just try it. Describe a singer that you like. You should say who this person is. How do you know what this person is like? Làm thế nào bạn biết được cái người này như thế nào? What type of song he or she sings? Cái người này là hát cái loại bài hát như thế nào? And explain why he or she is your favorite singer. Giải thích tại sao cái người này là ca sĩ mà yêu thích của bạn. And then part 3, do you think he or she is good? It sounds like a part 1 question, right? Nghe có như là một câu part 1 nhưng mà mình nên mở rộng ra. We should, even though it sounds like a part 1 question, you should expand it. Like for example, why is he or she good? Compared to other people, what do you think about them? And what is special about that person, about that singer? And what can you say about the fan base of that person? Fan hâm mộ thì sao? The fan base, like how many people like that person and why? What is the what's the thing that attract them the most? Cái mà nó làm cho họ cảm thấy bị hấp dẫn nhiều nhất là gì chẳng hạn, something like that. Okay, and then next question is, do singer play an important role in your country? Ca sĩ có đóng một vai trò quan trọng trong đất nước các bạn không? How do you think that celebrity now have a lot of income? Bạn nghĩ thế nào? Bạn nghĩ như thế nào rằng những người celeb ngày nay, những người nổi tiếng, những người mà có nổi tiếng ngày nay là có rất nhiều thu nhập? Thì bạn nghĩ điều này như thế nào? So, what do you think that celebrities now have a lot of income? So, next question is, in your country, people prefer to listen to traditional music or foreign music and why? Ở đất nước bạn, con người ta thích nghe là nhạc truyền thống hay là nhạc nước ngoài hơn? Tại sao? Alright. I'll give you 1.5 minutes for this question. Alright, let's start now. Please describe a singer that you like. And your time is here, Mr. Bat. Please describe a singer that you like.
Well, I have listened to to various kind of music, including rap, pop, or jazz. Or sometimes I listen to classic music as well. But the singer that I really like to describe to you is a famous rapper from United States. His name is Marshall Bruce Mathers, but people usually call him Eminem, the king of rap. And although he is almost 15 years old until now, but he still working very hard in their kind of music, rap, and be global famous be famous all over the world. The first time that I know this person is like 2003 or 4, I don't remember exactly. But at that time, I bought a CD.
I bought a CD.
I bought a CD of his album, and because at that time I tried to listen songs by English to improve my
songs in English
to improve my language
skill.
My language skills. So the first time I heard his music, I fall in love because I really love the rhythm.
I felt in love the first time.
I felt in love for the first time because I really love the rhythm and the flows of the rapper, if you know. And
no, I don't.
and the lyrics is really
The lyrics. We just say the lyrics.
and the lyrics is very meaningful. So most of the content about their about his in his songs is about life and the difficulty in society, in fact, to each individual. So it easily to and it easily to approach
It's easy to
and it's easy to approach to the poor people
It's not easy
or
to approach the poor people. Approach không có giới từ nha. It's
approach
easy to
the
approach
poor people.
the poor people.
Approach the poor people, and I really love him because he his personality is unique, and he used his music to express their individuality.
His
And,
individuality. His individuality. Tính cá nhân.
in individuality.
Yes.
And he got a huge numbers of reward about music in
music.
his
Reward
in
music.
music in his career life. So
I think that's
his yeah.
Okay,
that's it.
hơi quá nhiều đó. It's a bit too much, yeah. It's more than 2 minutes already. Okay, Mr. Lin, please describe a singer that you like, please.
So one of the singer that I especially enjoy is Gary Mold. Well,
Say again.
unfortunately,
What?
I don't know how to pronounce his name. Gary
Okay,
Mold.
fine. Okay, let's just.
Yeah, sorry. Well,
Alright, please continue.
well, unfortunately, he is not come from my generation.
He does not
So-
come from.
He does not come from my generation, so it's quite hard for me to judge how popular he is. So one of the reason that I managed to know his name is thanks to my mother. She have the hobby that listening to music every morning while she working. So so this song accidentally caught my attention.
Accidentally. This song accidentally got my attention.
Of course, because it's a very old song, I have to dig around the internet for a little while to manage to find his name. Well, he preferred to perform old rock guitar. He did a lot of solo guitar solo in this song.
Guitar solo riff. Nó gọi là guitar solo riff. Mấy cái đoạn
Riff.
guitar solo á. It's called guitar solo riff.
Which I especially enjoy listening to. This song's very quite closely related to a normal person life, and the reason I enjoy his music is despite I have listened to it a lot, but I have never been bored by it once.
You have
So that's
never
why.
been, bored by it once. Okay, good.
So that's why he's one of my favorite singers.
Okay, very good. Rất tốt. Now, Mr. Buckley, so you mentioned a male singer. Do you think
Yes.
he or she is good? This is a part 3 question. You should try
Yeah.
to analyze everything, every aspect about him, including like fan base, why people like him, something like that.
Well, in my perspective, he's more than good because his album was the best seller of all time in rap experts in music. So, but due to the fact that the rap music usually is considered as belong to black singers. So, but although he's white, he's white, and he proved to the world that every people from every races to
every person from every là cộng với số ít nha. Every plus singular noun. Every person from every culture.
every person from every culture could be a
Could be a good rapper.
famous singer
Could be
in
good rappers and famous singer.
in every kind of music.
Okay.
And
Anything else?
yes, and as I mentioned that he got a huge number of reward in his career.
Okay.
And we can see that on YouTube, if you go to search his video clips
Okay.
about songs, and the view is absolutely stunning.
1
Like,
billion?
yeah, approximately more than a billion viewers of his video. So I think he earned a lot of money, including his rewards as well.
Still not good enough as Despacito or whatever. Despacito,
Right.
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And
So
Gangnam Style, Gangnam Style is about 5 or 6 billion, right?
yeah.
Despacito is like, I think 10 billion or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, okay, so Mr. Lin, please. Do singer plays an important role in your country and why? Tức là cái nghề đó nó có đóng vai trò quan trọng trong đất nước mình không? It means like that profession, is that important or play an important role in your country and why?
I believe that a singer do play an important role for in my country. The reason that I believe so is it's one of the ways that help other countries know about our culture and custom. Furthermore, this this the singer do
Yes?
many songs of the singer do motivate younger generation. Of course, for a better purpose, like
You mean
working
for better
harder.
good, for the better good. Cho những
Yes.
cái sự mà tốt đẹp, tốt hơn. For the
Yes,
better good. For the better good.
For the better good, like working harder or just help them overcome difficult time
Difficult times, yes.
in
and
their
struggles.
lives. So that's why I believe that they do play an important role in our country.
So it's like they use their celebrity status in to be able to influence people in a good way. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Dùng cái địa vị xã hội của celeb của họ để mà ảnh hưởng của người ta một cách tốt. Okay, good. Right. So, Mr. Butt, how do you think that celebrity now have a lot of income?
Well,
It's a difficult question. Huh? Okay, think about their contribution and the hour of work that they have to put into the hour of working that they have to put into what they are doing.
yeah, in my perspective, some celebrities they can earn a lot of income, but on the other hand, some of them still hard working for a living wage as well. But the celebrities who have a lot of income. That means that they work hard, contributes a lot for their society and their professions.
Okay.
And when they work hard, they will earn a lot of income, and their efforts will be paid off by contract, like advertisement, or they just do some huge projects about their projects, about their affairs or their occupations.
Okay.
So I think that if they earn a lot of income, that means that they really working hard for that.
Okay. So you think it's totally worth it? I mean, it's totally well deserved, right? It's well justified,
Yeah.
right? Được minh chứng là đúng.
Yes.
It's well justified. It's well justified for all of their high income, right?
Yes.
Right. So, Mr. Lin, please, in your country, do people listen to traditional music or foreign music, and why?
From my point of view, I guess it's a quite a subjective question.
Không có sao ta? Subjective là chủ quan chứ không khách quan. Okay, very good. Subjective question.
Subjective question because for me, I got heavily influenced by my parents' taste in music, so that's why I prefer to listen to foreign music. But
I prefer to listen to foreign music. You are speaking a bit too fast, Mr. Lin.
Yeah.
Okay. Slow down. Okay. Try again.
Foreign music.
Prefer to listen to foreign music.
Foreign music.
Foreign. Gonna go. Foreign music. Foreign music. Okay.
But I do know a lot of people at my age who do enjoy listening to music that were produced from our own country.
That were produced from our own country.
Our own country.
Okay. Is that all?
Yes.
Okay, good enough. Okay, let's move on to 51 nè. Describe your first day of school. Ngày đầu tiên đến trường. Describe your first day of school. What is it like? What happened? Something like that. Okay, so basically, like, what is it like? What happened? How you felt about it? And who were with you? Or something like that. Mấy cái hint giống nhau này. The hints are similar, you know. Describe your first day of school, and you have a part 3 here. What do you think about the child going to school by herself, or the parent picking it up? Bạn nghĩ gì về chuyện trẻ nhỏ tự đi đến trường, hoặc là cha mẹ phải đưa đón, picking it up? Is the child independent or dependent on how the parents cultivate the child's independence? What? This question is weird. Liệu trẻ nhỏ có gọi là tự lập hay là không tự lập, hay là phụ thuộc vào cái cách mà cha mẹ nuôi dưỡng hay là gieo trồng cái tính cái tính mà tự lập của trẻ? Tức là sao? It means like parents cultivate the child's independence, and the way they do that, does it influence the child? Does it make the child independent or dependent? Tức là cái cách mà cha mẹ gieo trồng cái tính mà tự lập của trẻ nhỏ, nó có ảnh hưởng gì đến cái chuyện nó tự lập hay không tự lập không?
Cái gì vậy?
Cái câu hỏi rất là kỳ lạ luôn á. It seems like the obvious thing, right?
Yes.
It seems like the obvious thing. Nhưng mà đôi khi câu hỏi nó khá là obvious. Sometimes the question is obvious, but you have to find a way to, deal with that. Like, for example, the way that the parents bring up the child or raise the child can influence their independency greatly. Think about if the parents let the child hang out with their friends from a very early age, or just keep the child inside the home for too long? Think about that. Or think about whether the parents allow the child to do all the housework or not. Or think about whether the parents are too, how can I say, shelter the child too much. You know the word shelter, right? Over shelter the child. Giống như mình nuôi ấm nó quá trong nhà. Giống như là kiểu không cho nó ra ngoài nhà. Over shelter. Giam cầm, đúng rồi, nghĩa là giam cầm luôn á. It's like over shelter means like, you know, you imprison the child inside the home because you are afraid that something bad may happen to the child, something like that. Giống như giam cầm, xong mà sợ gì xấu diễn ra với trẻ nhỏ đó. Okay, next question. Parents interfere with the impact of the child too much. What the hell is that? Câu hỏi kiểu gì này?
Chị không hiểu nổi gì luôn.
Okay, let's just skip this question, but you can answer the part 3, okay? Okay, let's just do topic number 51, describe the first day of school, and you have 1 minute to think about it. Alright, let's do this one. Describe the first day of school. Can you describe it, Mr. Butt? You first.
Well, as I remember that the first day in school is was about more than 20 years ago. So so to be honest, I don't remember the exact details of it. But
the exact details of it.
The exact details of it. But I will try to describe that based on my memory. So I remember that the first day of school, I was come to school with to primary school with my grandfather, and he took me to school. And the first day, I didn't have to attend any lessons or any class. Just went to the class and met a teacher. And we did the ceremonies and led all the ceremonies.
We did a ceremony.
Ceremonies and let all the members of the class know each other. And then we had a break time for playing some convention games and conventional games and activities, which was held by the school. And after that, we just came back home and enjoy the first day in school. So that's some images that I can remember about that day.
Okay, that's some images you can remember that day. Okay, Mr. Lin, please, your turn. Please describe the first day of school.
The first day at school is quite a special memory. Was quite a special memory for me. Well, despite it happened very long ago, it's just feel like just yesterday for me.
It felt like just yesterday for me. Hoặc là it feels like cũng được, tại vì nếu em nói về cái fact, if you talk about like a fact for you, you can use like it feels like just yesterday.
Yeah. Well, it's a very memorable memory for me because it's
It was a memorable memory? No. It was a memorable moment for me. Let's just say that. It's a memorable moment for me.
Moment. It was a very memorable moment for me because it's such a huge change in my daily activity. So that's why I remember it very clearly.
Okay, so I remember it very clearly. Okay, good.
Of course, my first reaction when I standing in front of a school is very scared. School.
No profanity, không nói bậy. Okay, don't use damn it. Oh no, it's not acceptable for IELTS. Okay. So say again. The first.
So my đừng nói quên tiếng rồi.
School exam.
No, not.
It's just the first day of school. How could you have exam? Tell me.
Yes. When I stand in front of the school.
When I stood in front of the school. Stand, stood.
So when I stood in front of the school gate, my feeling was it was quite obvious that I'm very scared, and I especially felt uncomfortable. And when I standing with my pair in the line and waiting for the teacher, of course our parents are not allowed to join us. So my parents have to stand outside. Of course, it's the
Yeah, I'm listening.
Em tưởng mày muốn để.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I can hear you. Of course it was.
Of course, because it's our first day, everything was quite light. We just do some introduction.
Just did some introduction.
We did some introduction and with each other, so we can familiar.
So we could get familiar with each other. See, you're speaking too fast. Don't speak too fast, otherwise you're making a lot of mistakes. You see. Speak slower.
We just make some introduction. But the scenery was so strange for me that I'm too busy. Took a good look around and just ignore all other students. So I guess it's not a good. It's an action that I quite regret because it's quite challenging for me to making friends after that first day.
Good, you survived. Okay, good. So, Mr. Butt, please, what do you think about children going to school by himself or herself, or the parents picking it up? Which one is better, and what do you think about these two methods?
In my perspective, children should not go into school by themselves. School by themselves because of the fact that the chance to get kidnapped is increasing in current day, and
get kidnapped. Yep. Cái khả năng mà bị bắt cóc. Okay.
Other bad things could happen for the children, such as traffic accident, or the children might be lost from the way from school to home. So, in my perspective, their parents should pick them from home to schools and backward.
But don't you think that this question does apply only for primary school students? How about secondary school students from grade 6 onward? Don't you think that they should go to school by themselves?
Well, in my opinion, it depends on particular circumstances. Like if our children attend a school which is situated near to our home, so we can allow them to go to school by buses or by bikes if they can. But However, if the routine or the distance is quite far, so we have to think about the traffic conditions and the congestion in the big city. So it might bring a lot of uh, dangers, and so in my opinion, it depends on each individual.
It depends on each cases, right?
Yeah, each case.
All right. So what do you think about this one, Mr. Lin? About children going to school by themselves or parents picking them up? What do you think is a better idea?
Well, personally, from my point of view, I believe that parents should allow the children to go to school by their own school by their own after a
By their own, by their own, 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 by their
by
own,
their
by their
by their
own,
own
own.
by their own
Mhm.
after a period of time to help them get used to the road. I guess this will allow the children to be much more independent, and they can handle the environment, the new environment around them, and just cái gì ta nói quên mất tiêu
Just the gì?
um,
Okay, maybe you run out idea already. Okay, I'm fine with that. Okay, so Mr. Buttons, I think you should. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. You at the end of your maybe you run out of idea already. Sometimes we should not practice for too long, you know. Okay, so Mr. Butt, please. What do you think? How can parents cultivate the child's independence?
Well, in my opinion, I think that's essential to cultivate the child's independence uh, independence. For instance, we can cultivate them to do their own personal things, and to have them improve the autonomy, and it might help the children to cultivate their independence in the following years. Well, that's an unusual question, so I have to think a little bit.
Of course, you need to think a little bit. It's an unusual question. Làm thế nào cha mẹ có thể gieo trồng hoặc là vun đắp nên được cái tính tự lập của trẻ nhỏ? Well, it's not very unusual. To be honest with you, if you want to cultivate the child's independence, maybe you should let them sleep like separately from the parents from a very young age. And you should let the child have their own private room from a very young age too. Và cho nó có phòng riêng từ rất sớm nha. Nên như vậy. And also maybe let the child to go to school by themselves without any kind of guidance, mà không cần cái dạng mà giống như là hướng dẫn đi hay gì cả, you know. Alright, and also, well, to cultivate independency, you can just bring them to social classes, you know, you need to talk to communicate more with people. Nó cần phải nói nhiều hơn và nó tương tác, nó giao tiếp với người ta hơn thì nó mới tự tin hơn được, you know. And that is also a way to build the independency, to talk, to communicate more in social classes. Or maybe you have other ideas. Mr. Lin, what do you think? How do parents cultivate the child's independency?
Well, I guess one of the methods that parents can apply to increase child independence is
Independence. Improve, đúng không? Improve their
yeah
independence, not increase, okay?
yeah
Improve their independence.
improve their independence is allow them allow them to doing household chores, and of course this action will help them learn a lot more about the environment around them, and just uh, uh, independent. So that they can, of course, this also give them a chance to make their own decision, which is
To make their own decision. Own why? Own, to make their own decision. Their own decision.
decision, which is a very important skill, and of course, this will help them familiarize
Familiarize themselves with.
familiarize themselves from the early days.
From the early days. Okay, good. I think that's it. Okay, we can conclude the lesson here. Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi nha. Thank you so much for watching. Các bạn hãy nhấn vào like, chia sẻ video này với bạn bè của các bạn. Nhấn vào nút đăng ký kênh YouTube mình và nút cái chuông bên cạnh với đăng ký kênh á, để mà được thông báo về những video mới nha các bạn. Các bạn cũng có thể là follow, theo dõi Facebook mình, nhưng mà nhớ đừng kết bạn Facebook mình. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share this video with your friends. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and press on the bell button next to the subscribe button, so you can get notified about my new uploads. You can also follow my Facebook, but please, for God's sakes, please don't add me as friend on Facebook, okay? Thank you and see you, bye bye.